I want to make a video talking about my experience taking 8 a.m. classes in college. So I feel like I need to give a little background at first. Like if I'm a morning person, that kind of stuff. I'll say that no, I'm not a morning person. I'm the kind of person to stay up till like past midnight, like between midnight to like maybe 3 a.m. Just like doing stuff, especially since sometimes that's when the late night motivation kicks in. And it tends to be like more quiet at night because some people are sleeping, or at least like people know they should be quiet at night, so it's chill in those hours. However, I'm in my junior year, which is my third year of college, and I finally decided to take morning classes. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my first class is at 8 a.m., which is the earliest start time here. And then Tuesday, Thursday, my first class is at 9:30 a.m. And yeah, I just want to make a video like talking about how my semester taking 8 a.m. classes has gone. But for today, I have just finished my first week of this type of schedule, these type of classes. So like yeah, this kind of video will be made up of clips from different parts of the semester. So for today, we have 1 week of taking 8 a.m. classes. I gotta say, it generally hasn't been bad. And the funny thing is that just last semester, my first class started at 1:30, and even that I was low-key struggling to wake up for. Like I had to set an alarm just to make sure that I would actually wake up, which was crazy. And I'm waking up at like 7:20 a.m. Big changes. But what has helped me like make the change is that this year I finally have a single room, so like there's no external influence from other people, whether it's like them wanting to stay up or them just like being in the room in general. Because I'm a somewhat light sleeper, so I need me my quiet, I need me my peace, that kind of stuff. So I've actually been consistently sleeping before midnight, which hasn't happened in like such a while at this point. Like I haven't remembered the last time I don't remember the last time that I consistently slept before midnight. But yeah, I've been sleeping like maybe around 11 p.m. ish. If you're wondering why I took an 8 a.m. class, for one thing, it's physics. And I chose that class because at the time, there were like 4 different physics sections by the time that I was registering for class. I thought the 8 a.m. was one that was available. So I said, okay, like I'll take it. And like later in the summer, people like switch and drop classes. I'll switch into like a different class then, like maybe like 11 a.m. physics class. However, when the summer finally came and people dropped and switched classes, I couldn't switch my class because it was talking about you need like instructor approval to switch sections. I'm like, what? What do you mean I need instructor approval? So I decided like, well, I guess I'll keep this class and we'll see how taking an AM class will go. Look, it's so easy to like simply skip the class. I mean, like granted in high school for me started at 7:30, which means I have to wake up at like 6:50-ish. But high school differs drastically from college. Also, like, what also inspired me to, like, continue to take this 8 a.m. class, or at least, like, to go through with it, is that my freshman year of college, my roommate took 8 a.m. classes, and I admired how she would basically be done with all her classes by, like, around 1, 2 p.m. That's when, like, I was getting into, like, the meat of my classes. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, granted, like, you have to wake up earlier and get stuff in earlier, but the fact that she's done by, about noon, 1, 2 p.m., that's cool. And yeah, even that I've discovered now, because, like, I'll go to my 8 a.m. class or whatever, and then, like, when I check the time, I'm like, oh, wow, it's not even noon yet. Or, like, when I finally do finish my classes, the earliest time I finish my classes in a week is, 1:10. So it's, like, it's just, like, barely afternoon. So I still have the rest of the day, which is crazy to me. Because I'm the kind of person where, like, if I don't have anything to do in the morning, or, like, anything to do, I'll just stay in bed till I actually do have something to do. Because hunger doesn't really get me out of bed exactly. But so far, I mean, granted, it's only week 1. I haven't skipped a class. I haven't been tempted to skip a class, and it's actually been nice so far. But we have to keep in mind that this is only week 1. I do have to say that, like, what makes it easier for me to wake up in the morning is that for me, I have trouble sleeping like once the sun comes out, because like once the sky's awake and I'm awake. When I wake up from the sunlight coming in, I always need to check the time, make sure that need to make sure what time it is, see how much time I have till I actually do have to get up for class. So by having these morning classes, it means I don't have to spend as much time, I guess, like worrying, or like I wake up fewer times during the night or like during my sleep because I wake up and like maybe it's like 4 or 5 a.m. So I still have a little more time to sleep. And I might wake up like maybe one or two more times. I have sleep issues. But now that I'm sleeping at like a somewhat consistent time, I might be able to like get my affairs started. Also because I like the serenity of waking up in the morning. Even when I had like 6, 7 a.m. shifts at Dunkin', which I had like a couple of times, especially during the beginning when I first started working there. I like the serenity of driving in the morning and just how serene and calm everything was. However, something that I do just like about waking up in the morning is that it's cold because the sun hasn't really been out yet to like really warm up everything. So I think it reached a high of 70, 75 degrees today, but I'm wearing a hoodie because it's cold in the morning and there's also like that morning dew. Week 3 of taking 8 a.m. college classes. I'm not gonna lie, so far, it's still pretty early on, but only week 1 has been like the good week. Because ever since week 2, I have not slept before midnight. Mind you, I have to wake up at like 7:20. So, and like considering that it takes me time to actually fall asleep, I have my sleep tracked by my Apple Watch, and that has been trending down recently. Like sometimes I go all the way downstairs to use the communal bathroom, like when there's someone inside like our suite bathroom, like I don't want to wait. I go all the way down. Like I see that people are still awake in the study, like in the study room or study lounge doing their classwork or hanging out with their buddies. Or I see people coming in from outside or like going out. And I forget that people people take classes at different times, like they have different stuff going on, and that reminds me of how last year that was me. Sometimes I'll be in the study lounge with other people, but I'll be there for so long that I'll be the last one to leave. I'll basically wait everyone out. Cause shit, I have to get my stuff done. So it's weird how that used to be me last year, like being that person still down in the study lounge at like 1 a.m. and like now I go down at 1 a.m. to use the bathroom and I see someone and I'm like, oh, right, I forgot that people have their other stuff going on. And something else is dealing with that late night motivation, because sometimes it's like around midnight or close to midnight and I'm thinking I should get in bed now. But then like I'm on a roll, so I don't want to stop what I'm doing because I'm on a roll and I'm actually doing my classes without being distracted too much. I'm understanding. I don't want to go to bed just yet. But yeah, that's how week 2 and 3 have been going. I am about halfway through the semester, which I think is around like 7 weeks, so about week 7. Like I said, I've not opened up these curtains in about 2 weeks now, because what has kept me going these past 2 weeks also is that after my 8 a.m. class, I come back here to take a nap, which is a little under 2 hours. So I simply at this point I didn't even bother opening up the curtains because I need me that dark sleep environment to get in that good sleep. And I still haven't slept before midnight. However, I did make progress because I was able to get into bed before midnight like twice. But then I ended up staying up till like past midnight till like 1 or 2 a.m. So kind of canceled out, but at least I was in bed before midnight. Also, what motivates me to get out of bed in the first place, when I have these 8 a.m. classes, is knowing that after class I can come back here to get back into bed. That's basically how I get myself. I'm like, okay, get up, go to class, and after that you can come back and rest, okay? I'm basically making a deal with myself. So I thought I finished this video, but apparently not, because I didn't give you all the update on like whether I am going to be taking 8 a.m. classes or like morning classes next semester. But anyways, about last month, I had class registration and I did indeed choose 8 a.m. classes again. However, it's not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is what I currently have going on. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. classes. Now it's only Tuesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. classes because that 8 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday class is organic chemistry and it's the only like time with the good professor. So I'm like, yeah, I'll wake up early and go to that, just to have a good professor. Because at least this time it's only 2 days a week instead of 3 days a week. Meanwhile, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my first class start time changes, like depends on the day. But at least my class start time next semester should be a little better. Like yeah, we're almost done with the semester. Literally next week was the last week of classes in a study period, and then the week after that is when we have finals, and like boom, we're done with this semester. So how has this whole taking 8 a.m. classes in college been? It's been alright. Like I've actually, woken up and gone to all of my classes because like what keeps me going, like what motivates me to get up and go is knowing I can take a nap after. And yeah, but the problem is that I feel like I need to take a nap. Like even if I'm somehow like not super tired right after class, I'm still like, okay, knowing myself, I know that I should take a nap because I'm at that point of energy level or like fatigue level where like I'm not tired enough to like fall asleep right away. I'm also not like, energized enough to be able to go on with normal day having energy. So, I'm just in a state of fatigue. So like yeah, even if I don't feel like tired, even if I feel like I could go longer without a nap, I'll still make myself take a nap because I know that's gonna catch up to me someday. Like literally earlier this week, I skipped out on a nap. I was fighting to stay awake in my 12:20 p.m. class. In fact, it was like already the beginning of class when I was already starting to fall asleep because he had the lights dim. He was giving a presentation on something. The room was a little warm, and I get cold easily, so I like having the room a little warm. So yeah. Also, I sit right in the front row, so I don't know how obvious it is like when I'm falling asleep, but my apologies to that professor. Well, I take 8 a.m. classes my senior year. Depends on like like the class time available and the professor available, but I know that I can do 8 a.m. classes, just not like super desirable. Beginning when I was taking like these 8 a.m. 9:30 classes, it was really nice like getting to finish my day early. Like on Tuesday, Thursday I have 9:30 classes and then I'm all done with classes by 12:15. Like so boom, after the rest of the afternoon. And then for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's when I have the 8 a.m. classes, and I finish mostly around 1:10 p.m. So I still have most of the afternoon left. So in the beginning, I was like, oh, that's so cool, like I get to finish my classes so early in the day. But then, like, cause I just end up like either being fatigued if I don't take a nap, or like until I can take a nap, or I just end up like, needing to take a nap. It just end up like not really being worth it. So my schedule next semester is different. Most of my classes, like I'll end my day around like between 4 and 5 p.m. But anyways, that'll be interesting. I actually be all for how finally taking 8 a.m. in college for me has been.